The tide could be finally turning for Aussie homeowners as 3 of the 4 major banks agree a rate cut could be just weeks away. The good news follows fresh inflation data which revealed the RBA's preferred trimmed mean measure dropped to its lowest in 3 years, now sitting at 3.2%, with the figures better than expected. Financial markets now have the chance of an interest slash in February at 90%. That's very high. For more, Chairman of Yellow Brick Road, Mark Bouris, joins us now. Great to have you with us. So, rate cut in a couple of weeks, what do you reckon?
Well, the weight of opinion seems to be that there will be a rate cut, but from my point of view, if I look at what the Reserve Bank Governor has been saying over the last couple of years, in particular last year, late last year, she has made it pretty clear she's interested in the trim mean, and the trim mean's still only at 3.2. I think she wants to see it with a 2 in front of it. But Australians have done a great job, Sherva. They have Australians, our consumers have been so good at watching what they do, and we've managed to keep prices down.
Yeah, we've come a long way, haven't we? I mean, 3.2%, considering that, you know, there was a 6 in front of it before the Albanese government took over. So they have done a good job to get it down to this point. You don't think it's enough?
I don't think it's enough, and I also think that right now, and the Reserve Bank Governor has indicated this, there is some friction between the fiscal policy, that is the government policy in terms of what they're spending money on, and there's some friction, that friction sort of exists between that and the Reserve Bank's policy of keeping interest rates high. So a perfect landing for the government would be low unemployment, which is where we're at, and no inflation, and an interest rate reduction in on February the 18th. But that'll be like a free kick for him in terms of the election coming forward. I just hope that politics does not see its way into the Reserve Bank decision.
Yeah, let's not go there. Jim Chalmers did speak yesterday and said the worst is behind us. So do you agree with that?
I think the worst is behind us because if you look back at December 22, our inflation rate was 7.8%. So, you know, looking at where we are today, given the December number that just came out yesterday, we are well and truly ahead of where we should be. But we've got to be very careful because the Federal Reserve in the US only yesterday have said that they're not going to put rates down anymore. Inflation started to creep back up, so it's not a zero-sum game, and it just keeps going on and on and on. We've got to be very careful that we don't get a rate reduction in February on February the 18th, and all of a sudden everybody just says, shackles off, let's go hard, and put inflation back up again, and we're back to where we started. This is a really tricky game that we're now playing. So Jim's statement is correct, but he's not saying is that we're just got to be very careful from now on.
That's right. Once that cycle does start going down, it's going to take a little bit of time for that relief to come through. Mark, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Here's Nat.